MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Tonight we've got a good matchup in store between the Cleveland Indians and the Chicago Cubs. Two great hitters lead their teams to battle next on MLB Network. Jake Arrieta gets the start. Starting nod for the Cubs in this one. What's your take on him, H?
Man, I like this guy. He is a really good pitcher. ERA just a little over 3 last season. He's usually pretty tough on the opponent. He's going to keep you in the game and give that manager some opportunities late in the game to get a W. I like what this guy brings, and maybe he'll bring it today.
Now a moment here for the Indians starting lineup. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
Well, one of their hotter hitters has been Carlos Santana. He's certainly a guy to watch out there in this lineup. Everything he does makes them click.
1 ball, no strikes.
When he's swinging the bat well, they just go.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now. His history with Jake Arrieta, he's gone 2 for 5. And that's in there, 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And he's in front of a tight little slider that time. Drilled on the ground to short. Gloved by Russell. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Batting third, shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Now to the plate, Francisco Lindor. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Into the windup and the pitch. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Clyde Washington.
Yeah, Matt, Clyde's known for that low strike, man. Sometimes maybe even a tad bit low on the knees. But as a hitter, if you know what he's going to call, it's okay. You can respect that. Just be consistent, Clyde. That's all.
And this is going to be a foul ball. The slider freezes him at the plate. A called third strike, and the inning comes to a close. Down in order go the Tribe. Corey Kluber, a right-hander from Alabama, gets the starting assignment. Harold, any thoughts?
Matt, I like this guy. He is a really good pitcher. An ERA just a little over 3 last season. He's usually pretty tough on the opponent. He's going to keep you in the game and give that manager some opportunities late in the game to get a W. I like what this guy brings, and maybe he'll bring it today.
So coming to the plate, Kyle Schwarber. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Started that swing a bit too early. Just got a piece of it as it's fouled back. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning. And now time to check how Joe Madden has lined the Cubbies up in this one. Harold, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, Matt, they got a great pitcher on the mound, so to me, my philosophy changes when I know he's throwing. I only need a couple runs. So I get that leadoff guy on, I may move him up and drive in a run every time I get an opportunity. And then it just relaxes him on the mound as well, knowing he's got a couple runs early and let him do his thing.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. And he commits to the pitch inside, and he definitely went around. That's strike 1. swing and a liner. He dives, but he can't pull it in, and it's down the line into right.
Well, a couple things with that base hit right there by the 3-hitter. One, he thought he was going to get out of this inning pretty easy, and now you put him in a stretch. The middle of this lineup is no joke. He can find himself in danger real quick.
Here's Ben Zobrist now. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. Short hop, but he's out. Great play to pick the throw. Here's Michael Brantley. His history with Jake Arrieta, batting .500, 4 for 8. And he lays off a pitch here that he probably shouldn't have. 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Fouled toward the third base dugout, but this will get back into the seats, out of play. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. Schwarber will get there with ease as he puts it away for out number 1.
All right, time for the majestic defensive alignment for the Cubs. And at first base, Anthony Rizzo. Another one of those guys that can pick the ball to the dirt for you. But I love the fact he's aggressive, and he'll make that throw to home. He'll throw it to second, and he'll even dive in the stands for you if he needs to.
A little late on this one as it's lifted the other way down the left field line. And that's in there. Base hit. Around second now, and they still haven't flagged this one down. Ramirez takes the turn at third. He wants it all. And he will come all the way around to score. Unbelievable.
Number 8. Lonnie
ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Lonnie Chisenhall comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. 1 out, nobody on. Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Another one sent foul.
Well, that's 3 foul balls in a row. He's definitely battling up there.
A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. And he looks at a sinker for a called third strike, and now there are 2 gone. Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive.
Yan Gomes.
Into the windup and the pitch. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Here's the pitch. Looks at a curveball over the inside corner. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up. Ball 2.
I like that check swing. He started to offer at the off-speed pitch, but he recognized it and was able to hold up.
3-1 now. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Too high, and that cost him ball 4. And next will be the versatile Tyler Naquin. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Just a tick behind for a strike. And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now.
Oh, wow. That's what they call a jam sandwich. Wow. Not much you can do with that pitch that's in tight. Talk about frustrating as a pitcher. You make a great pitch like that, the guy just lays off of it. That barely missed the zone.
And a rather interesting decision here is they'll put him on and move the runner into scoring position now.
Batting 9th, catcher
Corey Kluber stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. Throw over to the bag, and the runner back in standing. Looking to minimize the damage here. There's a swing and a high pop-up. Therefore, it is Russell, and Addison makes the catch to retire the side. Indians forced to settle for 1.
Leading off for the Cubs.
Digging in, the switch hitter, Ben Zobrist. He'll start things out here against Corey Kluber. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Naquin's on the move. He makes the play. A fine running catch to get the first out of the inning.
The shortstop.
Here's Addison Russell. First delivery to him on the way. Went about halfway. There, but it's a called strike regardless. The windup and the 0-1. Oh, and he's really.
You go out there to start a game on the mound. You hope to settle in quickly and get into a groove, and he's definitely done that so far in the early going. Looks like he could go pretty deep into this one.
Now a swing and a ground ball, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out. Here's Jason Hayward now. He'll try to make something happen with two gone in the bottom of the second. And he'll step out and ask for time. Maybe trying to get this pitcher out of the rhythm he's in right now. And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. Here's the pitch. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. And this one runs in on him as he can't get his arms extended. A great pitch there, and the inning is over. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Back alongside Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as Carlos Santana settles in to lead off the inning. And a first pitch sinker is over for strike one. The windup and the 0-1. Hit sharply on the ground. Zobrist has it. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Second baseman number 22.
Digging in for his second at bat, Jason Kipnis. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And that one swung on and missed 0-1.
Well, that is a good pitch. A sinker down with that kind of movement. It is really hard to hit. No wonder he swung and missed.
Strike two called on the inner half. 0-2 now.
That is a filthy combination. High 90s with the fastball, and then that nasty curveball. It's almost unhittable, almost unfair to the hitter.
And he looks at his sinker for a called third strike, and now there are two gone.
You hear that phrase, climb the ladder, all the time. That's pretty much what he did right there. When you change the hitter's eye level with each pitch in that at bat, it becomes very hard for him to adjust and put the bat on the ball. He made that strikeout look real easy.
Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. This is line to left. Schwarber is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So digging in now, Wilson Contreras. He'll get us gone in the home half of inning number 3.
Wilson Contreras.
Back up the middle. Lindor scoops it up, and on one pitch, he's retired.
Batting 8th. Center fielder.
In now is John Jay.
John Jay.
Into the windup and the pitch. And he'll try to hold up on the pitch inside, but to no avail, and that's the first strike. Now here's the pitch. Fouled back.
He has full intentions of jamming this guy. Back-to-back cutters right in on the hands. He does not want him to get extended.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And this is inside and winds up hitting him, but he swings anyway, and that's the second out.
Well, he's really locked in at this point in the game on the bump. So far this inning, 4 pitches and 2 outs. Got the first guy on 1 pitch, then absolutely dominates this at bat with a 3-pitch strikeout.
Jake Arrieta started to go around, but it's a called strike. 0-1. Kluber sets his sights. Here's the 0-1. Now a ball softly hit and fouled off to the left. Strike 1. Here it comes. 0-2. And a check swing here, but he holds up far too late as it's strike 3 and the inning. Ready for another chance. Michael Brantley. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Pitch on the way. Now it's 2-0.
Well, that ball's high as a strike in the zone can go, but umpires don't like to reward pitchers on that one. They want to make you get the ball down, so he called it a ball. Throw it down, you get the strike.
Schwarber comes in a few steps as he hauls it in for the first out.
Now batting, third baseman, Jose
Trying to pick
Ramirez.
things up where we left off. Jose Ramirez. And he made it exciting early on as he circled the bases with an inside the park home run his first time up. And here's a ball hit in the air. In there, a base hit. He'll get it into second. The tag, and he is out at second.
The right fielder, number 8.
Lonnie Chisenhall will stand in. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1. 50th pitch of the game on its way. And he lays off again, ball 3.
Well, he falls behind 3-1 right now, but man, he is really throwing the ball well. He's been attacking them all game.
Called strike 2, and now it's full 3-2. Started to go around, but it's a called third strike anyway, and that will retire the side. Indians go down 1-2-3. Striding in once again, Kyle Schwarber. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest.
Kyle Schwarber.
Into the windup and the pitch. Started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1.
Man, I tell you what, I love how he's pitching right now. He has continued to pound that first pitch for strikes. When you do that, you set yourself up for great success.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Right side, hit hard. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single. So it's a base knock to lead off their half of the 4th.
Now look at the screen here, okay? That ball is inside off the zone, inside off the plate, and he still was able to pull his hands inside and get a base hit.
Here's Chris Bryant now. Runner at first to start the inning, and Dan, when it comes to pitching in the rain, what changes?
I think the most difficult part, Matt, is the ball gets slippery. It's hard to keep your hands dry, and if you don't have a good feel on that grip, it's hard to control where you're going to throw the ball.
Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. Here's the 1-1. And this will be fouled away. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone. Anthony Rizzo stands in now. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. First pitch coming. Here it is. Couldn't wait back. A swing and a miss.
He's putting on a clinic. We may as well say, here comes the batter. Strike one, because everybody's 0-1. The first pitch strike, he's thrown a first pitch strike to every hitter in this game. When you do that, forget about it. 0-1, what a place to pitch from.
Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Off the LED board and gone. A 2-run shot off the bat of Anthony Rizzo. And the Cubs move out ahead 2-1.
I can tell you one thing. You might get away with throwing a ball in that location in the minor leagues. But when you get one up like that in the zone right over the plate against these guys, you're going to get exactly what he got, a really bad result.
Here's Ben Zobrist now. As Kluber's able to get ahead of him here with strike one. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. Skied into straightaway right. Chisenhall moves over. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Now batting.
Here's Addison Russell. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 2 for the Cubs in the inning on the strength of this 2-run home run. We're through 4. It's now 2-1 Chicago. Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes. He'll lead it off against Jake Arrieta. Swing and a flare hit toward right. Hayward over to his right. 1 down. Settling in now, Tyler Naquin. His first plate appearance resulted in an intentional walk. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. Swing and a miss on the sinker, a ball and a strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Looks like he swung it underwater that time for strike 2.
Well, now it's a 1-2 count. He's thrown the same pitch 3 times in a row. He got ahead with it. Now let's see if he puts him away with it.
And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 5th. Digging in to try it again, Corey Kluber. He's 0 for 1 thus far. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. Stepping in, Jason Hayward comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. The pitch. Here's a swing and a ground ball, but a foul ball here. 0-1.
Well, that'll get your head shaken at the plate. That's a pitch he hasn't used much in this game. Now he throws that for a strike, and you add that to the rest of his repertoire. Man, it's tough to cover them all.
And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control. 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Got him swinging in the dirt. Gomes gathers it. The throw to first is in time. 1 down.
Now batting, catcher Wilson Contreras.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Wilson Contreras. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. I tried to hold back on that pitch outside, but went around for strike 1. Now the pitch. Tried to pull that one back, but he couldn't do it, and it's 0-2 now. Now the pitch. Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ball game. At the plate, John Jay. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1.
I really like how he's getting ahead early in the count. He's pitching aggressively, and what that does, it holds the pitch count down.
Could we see another strikeout here? It's 0-2 now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Hit hard on the ground to the right. And that is through into right field for a single. Good work in a pitcher's count to get on base and keep the inning alive.
Well, there's a little 2-out base hit. Maybe start a little 2-out rally. Now, he's giving up some runs. He's a little vulnerable. We've seen him give up runs already in this game. So maybe this is a start of something big.
Driven.
He's safe.
So that's off the line.
Strike.
Strike. Hey. Ball one. 1-0. 2-0. That hit him. Take your base. Hey. Ball one. Whew. Ball 2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Ball 4. Hup. Two. Ball 1. 1-2. Ball low. No, that's a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Huh. Ball one. One ball, no strikes. 2-0. Three 0. Right. 3 balls, 1 strike. Ball 4. Up. 0-1. Ball one. One ball, 1 strike.
Strike.
Ball one.
Strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Strike.
Foul ball.
Strike.
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 Yeah, out.
Strike. Strike.
1 and 2. Got him. Ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Strike.
Foul, foul. Strike.
Strike. Strike. He's good.
Oh, and 2.
Safe.
No, beat him.
He's safe.
Foul.
Out. Strike.
No balls, 2 strikes.
He's out. Strike. 0-2. Ball one. 1 and 2. Strike. 0-2. Ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Up.
Boone Logan signed to pitch out of the bullpen.
Boone Logan.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Chisenhall has a play. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Lonnie Chisenhall will stand in. 3 at-bats for him in this one, all ending with him going down on strikes. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Looks at a slider over the outer half for strike 2. And he struck him out again. So that's the old sombrero there, partner. 4 strikeouts in the ballgame. Austin Jackson will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1. Here it comes, 1-0. Just a tick behind for a strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. A fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. 1 out, nobody on. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. And next will be the versatile Tyler Naquin. Been a strikeout victim twice in this one. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And that's into the gap and should be extra bases. And hold all tickets now as the tying run gets into scoring position with a 2-out double. Brandon Guyer will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Brandon Guyer.
And this is fouled back and out of play. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And this will find the seats behind the first base dugout. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Struck him out, so he'll strand the possible tying run at second, and a great job of working out of trouble as this ball game is over.
Hey, it always feels good to win a baseball game, but when you can win one at home in front of your home crowd, all those fans cheering, this